what do you need? You know, I'm looking at myself. I've got a little bit of filler here, and that looks pretty good. It's a little bit dark right there, but that's kind of a hard spot. I need a little bit of a lift. Sometimes I do it enough that I get inspired. This is where Voluma goes, and it really is like a liquid lift. It doesn't always take much. You can do just a little, just enough to give yourself a lift. And we all need a lift. So I'm gonna do a little bit there. And this is Voluma. Voluma is last 2 years. And it's a lifter. So I do mine. People say they don't know how I do it. I'm really just picky. So it can be a little tricky. But you lift this up, and this is the edge of mine. So some people put it right here. That's never pretty. I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm gonna push down. And this is a great thing to do when you need a lift. And it really, really lifts. Too bad I can't get rid of gray hair too, but it gives you a lift. Can y'all see that? Actually looks really good. So I wiped it with alcohol. I did not numb, but it doesn't hurt me. Only thing that would hurt me is not being done the way I want it. I've got to be careful not to do too much because it really is one of those things you start lifting. It looks so good. You don't want to lose sight of your whole face. You don't want to put too much in your cheek because you're watching this go up without remembering to look up here and look at your eye and look at your whole face as a whole. So that's not much. And this one's flatter right here, but if I add it there, because this eye's lower, when I smile, it does that. Seen a bunch of that this week, so y'all be careful. So I'm pulling it up. Need more over here. But I'm trying to balance the fact that this cheek is up here and this one is down here. So when I put it on this side, I'm putting it a little lower. When I put it here, I'm putting it a little higher because this part of my eye comes down a little bit. This part goes up a little bit. So it's all about balance. Balance is beauty most of the time, unless you're balancing something. Unless you're when you're trying to fix something, sometimes it's not, but it should be. So that's a little bit. And what it is doing is making this look darker. And that shows you the power because this isn't a lot. I haven't used a whole thing yet. I inject slowly. I don't use cannulas because if you use a cannula, it won't be the way it needs to be. So I want to put some up here just looking at my cheek, but I know that this eye is higher and I know it's not the right thing to do. Now the other thing that makes your eye look really bad is when you have this black hair. Now y'all, this really gross, but when it starts to look really dark, and y'all may not have it, but you may be surprised. Because you really don't want to have it right there. We all have that hair right there. It's fine hair. It doesn't come back any different if you get rid of it. This is dermaplaning. But it makes it look a lot better. So when I need to pick me up, this is a great thing to do. A little bit of Voluma.
You're getting hearts.
And my girl, we over order, so if y'all, we do have a special in Voluma where you buy one, get one. Most of the time it takes one on each side. I try to keep mine. Well, now I'm on this. It's part of me. I try to keep mine pretty full. This is a great thing. You see all that just nastiness. It's just that hair makes your makeup not go on as well. That and being in a hurry. But that's called dermaplaning, and it gets the dead skin off. And you can do your neck. Wherever you have a little extra hair. You just wipe it right off. I mean, it is a sharp knife. I'm looking at a few angles to see if I think I need any more. I don't want to have too much, and when I smile, my cheeks push up, and I don't want it to push up too high. So I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do today. But when I do it, I'm putting it right at the angle of my natural cheeks. I'm going all the way down to where my bone is. My bone up here is here, and here is here. So if I didn't account for that, and I were just looking at the cheeks, or I were just looking at how much this kind of bugs me, I would keep adding it. And that's the wrong thing to do, because if I keep adding it, this may look better, but then when you look at the whole picture, it look like an avatar, a bad avatar. Not that there are many pretty avatars, and I really would love to redo the avatar world, but I'll do that tomorrow. So this over here, if I keep adding this eye looks higher and higher. So you really have to go along with the natural bone that you have, and that's also what keeps it looking natural and keeps it looking fresh, and as you raise up, it gives you a lift. So that's Voluma. Voluma lasts 2 years. It really doesn't hurt at all, and as you can see, I can put makeup right back on over this, especially now that I've dermaplaned, and you would never, ew, right, I have hair right on. That's really gross. Now if I cut myself, my nose will come off, but not really. I've never noticed that, which is really hard to believe. Looking at yourself is much like, you know how you, all of a sudden one day you don't, I mean, for me it's like weighing. Like I have to get in my magnifying mirror once or twice a week. You start noticing your pores getting big, you can do a micro needling or do something to keep it tight. The darker your skin is, the less you're going to be able to do over time to regenerate it. So if you stay on top of it, it's kind of like getting on a scale. You just got to get in a magnifying mirror and see what's going on and look at your skin and let somebody help you with your skin. You can't keep using the same things, much like shampoo, and think you're going to make it better. And I can't believe I didn't cut myself. I'm good with the knife, so there's that. But I never noticed that little bit of hair right there, but I'm really glad it's gone. And it may not be that it looks so bad, but in the light, it makes a shadow, or it makes it look darker. It doesn't make your face look as bright, and we all want to be shiny and bright.
You're getting so many hearts.
In some ways. Does anybody have any questions?
Maggie Taylor says, you're so tan. And Sherry Gibbs says, Dr. Petro's the absolute best. Pat Reeves says, where did the old filler go now that you have to do it again? And you're getting a lot of hearts.
Okay, my tan is fake, much like my cheeks. But I love how that looks. I love that I got that off my nose. But just like you kind of got a way to keep yourself honest, you got to look in a magnifying mirror.
So,
well, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you soon.